Here we go, folks. Week 3. Let's kick it off right. Okay, that's enough. Mickey, go ahead, make fun of my head bobbing all you want. Let's kick it off. So, week 3, Spoilston Fantasy Football League. Not happy about my loss last week. I needed the 2 AA Rons, Aaron Jones and Aaron Rodgers, to get less than like 45 points, and I think Aaron Jones basically had 45 by himself. I think they combined for like 38 at halftime of that game, which is just stupid. And they continued on the second half. Before I get too far, because that's just me being still, salty about really getting like my ass kicked. Considering I was supposed to win, picked myself to win. Going into Monday night, I was projected to still win by like 2, and ended up losing by a lot. All right, so week 2 recap. Couple quick notes, even though Johnny already stole some of my thunder and Matt's already texting me about a couple things I was going to bring to light. But do that. Go over who got picked up this week. Go over my predictions. And that's basically it. Going to be a quick one. It's my quarter end week, so I got to get this video done, send it off, give you guys something to wake up to, listen to it, or watch me do my stupid head bobbing, rocking out the Space Jam while you're driving to work or some shit. All right, whatever. Have fun this week. So I went 3-2 again last week, so now I'm 6-4 overall. Unfortunately, when you get your own game wrong, when you pick yourself to win, it's almost like a double whammy. So 6-4 overall, at least I'm, still above 500. I'm not even in the right screen. Sorry, I just set up my downstairs. Welcome to my basement, folks. Just set up my 3 screens now so I can feel more productive working from home. All right, so week 2, I had some quick notes here. So you know what? I don't even really want to go into overall recap of week 2. I'm just going to pull up this screen. So again, I picked myself to win by 8.5. I ended up losing by 29. Again, just because of the fucking go Aaron's. Aaron Jones 41.5. Aaron Rodgers 31.8. Buffalo. This was like the matchup of defenses too. I had Tampa Bay's defense got me 19 thanks to, I think they had 2 second half or maybe even fourth quarter pick sixes. So 19 points from your defense. That's great. I spent like $2 on Brandon Cooks last week, and he ended up going to my flex. I think I started him, but he ended up getting me almost 23 points. So again, good production there from a last second addition. But who's not in my top 3 is my damn quarterback. So Dak Prescott did great week 1 against Tampa Bay and royally sucked, considering everyone on ESPN and all these other analysts were like, oh, start everyone on your fantasy team that plays in this Dallas versus the Chargers game because it's going to be the highest scoring game, blah, blah, blah. No, it was like not even, like, I don't even think either of them scored 20 points. So, sucked. So if you had Dak Prescott in any other leagues, I feel bad for you because you're in the same boat like me. I'm seeing, Jess had Justin Herbert. He only got, not even 15 points, but at least he's on your top 3. Dak Prescott, I think, got 5. So, go me. Whatever. So, again, Jay royally kicked me to the curb. So now we're both at 1-1. Mickey, again, just second place in points for the week. Drops to 0-2, 2 weeks in a row. I know he's, looking at his roster and, roster baiting at night, but again, starting off 0-2 is rough. However, I think the playoff percentage for you is still like 80-something%. So it's like the ESPN and everyone knows that like you just got royally screwed over, but it's not going to continue happening. Or it shouldn't continue happening. So Foley, huge games. Derrick Henry almost 48 points. Tyler Lockett again just under 32 points, and Pat Mahomes, all reliable 30 points, even though they didn't freaking score in the fourth quarter this weekend to fucking screw me out of a 6-game parlay. So, again, still salty about that too. So Foley goes to 2-0. Mickey drops 0-2. Mickey Cooper Cup, 2 girls, 1 cup again. Just 37 points almost. T.J. Hawkinson with his freaking Jerry curls, not even Jerry curls, but Goldilocks. There we go. 20.5 points. Josh Allen just under 20. Matt, me Brohan drops to 0-2. Not even a terrible week. 122.5 points. By the way, Foley 192.32 points. Yeah, that's pretty damn good. But Matt dropped the Raffy. Raffy's now at 1-1. Raffy put up 144 points behind Terry McLaurin. All of his receivers, basically. Catch passers, pass catchers, pass catchers, not catch passers. That's just me being verbally dyslexic, I guess. So Terry McLaurin, Travis Kelce, DJ Moore. Again, those are your top 3 scorers right there. That's pretty good to not even need to see your quarterback and win. That's good. Matt picked up Mike Williams, I think, last week. Worked out well, 22 points. Devontae Adams, 20 points. Lamar Jackson, 33 on that Monday night game. But again, not enough to catch up. So Stevens won the closest margin of the week, winning by just under 3 points, 2.96 if I can do my math correct. Huge game. Again, this was the matchup of the quarterback. So Kyler Murray, 36.1. Tom Brady for Joe Sherblum put up 36.64. But, number 2 production was great for Stevens with CMC, 24.7 points. Wins the narrow margin there. So Stevens goes to 2-0. Sherblum down to 1-1. Jess, again, lost almost by 30 points this time, 29.9. Again, numbers in my head. Johnny Page riding that gravy train. 2-0 in the standings, 3rd overall, because he is the worst 2-0 team in the league on paper, anywhere you can find them. Again, it's not who you play, it's when you play them, and you've gotten lucky through the first 2 weeks. So is what it is. 121 points got you the win. So good for you there. Jess, Zeke ended up doing well, but who would have thought through 2 weeks that Tony Pollard would be a top 10 running back in fantasy and Zeke wouldn't even be a top. I don't even know if he's top. I don't know if Pollard's top 10. He might be top 15. I don't even think Zeke is top 20 right now. It's just unfortunate. Dallas offense better figure out their crap this weekend. All right, moving on. Not to week 4, but to week 3. And before I do that, again, 2-0 teams, Foley, Stevens, John, by points in that order. 0-2 teams, Mickey, Matt, and Jess, again, in that order based on points. So that's 1, 2, 3, and that's 8, 9, 10. The rest of us are 1-1, sitting from 4 through 7. All right, so quick little pointers here. Brian Foley, your average margin of victory through 2 weeks, 48.82 points. And I've picked against you both weeks. So you royally just rubbed it right in there. Right in there on that camera. Right in there, right all over the face. Again, that's huge. Considering you went up against, again, Mickey last week, but still, you still ended up kicking his ass by putting up 192 points. So, Mickey, yeah, second most points in the league, number 2 scorer each week. You're 0-2. You're out of the playoffs right now with the best roster in the league. Still, I'm not dropping that. If I was doing a power rankings, you would still be first or second despite your 0-2 record. So, yeah, again, I just feel bad for you. John, again, not who you play when you play him. You're 2-0 with the softest schedule known to creation. Followed by Jay and then John. Sorry. Jay and then Joe, I think. I might have written that down wrong. So the Jays, except for Jess, have the easiest schedule so far. Hopefully that changes course because none of them play against each other, so I hope they all lose. especially because I'm playing against the J. Okay. Matt, my brother, has made the most moves so far. Trying to figure out what to do with his roster. Sent out a couple trades. I didn't see any emails last night or anything on the webpage this morning saying that, trade's been approved, accepted, whatever. So I'm guessing none of those have been approved. If you haven't checked your team in the past day and a half, though, I'd say check it because maybe you've got a little something in there in your inbox from Matt Diezik. So take a look. If it's worth your while, then feel free to accept it. But yeah, trying to figure out what to do. Made the most moves so far, but nothing's gone in your direction for the win column. You keep dropping and adding people, but you ain't picking up wins. See what I did there? Mopping what I'm spilling. Stevens 2-0, but he's had the second toughest schedule. Again, 2-0 thanks to that stat correction week 1. I'll try not to forget that throughout the course of the year. So, offers report, who cares really? John picked up Tony Pollard for $11. Again, like I said, he's a top 20, I think, running fantasy at least, running back so far this year. Who knew if he was even drafted? Again, because this is a league that has a short bench, it's crazy who's available. Like people that are owned in like 80-something% of other leagues aren't, owned in this league because... Oh no, you fell off my paper towel roll. This is what I'm using here to hold you up, prop you up, so you don't see too much of my freaking double chin. Okay, back on action. Oh, that just made for some good material. Okay. John picked up Tony Pollard, Rondale Moore, supposed to be the number 3 wide receiver for Arizona, but's put up pretty good numbers. He's a rookie. I ended up picking up Carolina's defense. Just threw $2 at him. I'll play him for 1 week and then drop him. They get the Jets this week. No, they don't have the Jets this week. They have Houston this week with their rookie quarterback, Denzel Mims or something like that. I don't know. I couldn't tell you who it is. I could be completely different on his name. He might be a white guy not named Denzel. I don't know. Maybe his name's Darren. It's something. Mims, Mills. I don't know. Okay. My brother picked up Derek Carr for $1. I got $1. Okay. Matchups this week. I got myself over Jess. I'm not going to delve into it too far. Again, I think, Dak Prescott finally does something against whoever he plays this week. It almost doesn't matter. As long as Amari Cooper plays, he better have a good game. Let me look at... Oh, they're playing Philly. I think that might be a marquee matchup game, like a Monday night or something. I don't know. Hopefully, that game ends up becoming high scoring so that I can do something, because Justin Herbert also wants to right the ship and have a high scoring game against Kansas City. Blah, blah, blah. It's not going to happen, Jess. I don't like your team at all. I like your receivers. Actually, yeah, I don't necessarily hate your team, again, because everyone's starting roster is good, but their benches is where they kind of make up some room. So your bench is awful. You got 2 people on IR. Gallup should be back next week. Gus Edwards is out for the year. You can drop him. Again, I'm trying to help you here. Next matchup, I've got to save the matchup for the week till last. Joe versus Mickey. Again, this one I actually think is going to be somewhat close. Again, sorry. I'm only going to be just by 4 because I don't necessarily love my matchups. And I think Herbert could and will have a big game against Kansas City to keep it close. Again, I want a narrow one by 4. Saquon hopefully finally finds the end zone. If he doesn't, I might lose. Mickey versus Joe. Mickey, I've got you winning by 13. Again, if I pick you wrong again, I might put you at like 3rd or 4th in the power rankings if you fall to 0-3. Yeah. I finally think you get a bigger game out of Josh Allen. Again, they're not going to run the ball with Washington's front 7, so they're just going to dink and dunk and throw some passes to Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis since he's healthy, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, blah, 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 blah. Buffalo puts up numbers this weekend. Do it up. Joe, don't hate your team, but Julio had a good week last week. He ain't going to do anything this week, probably. That's it. Matt versus Jay. Not because I'm still salty from last week. I think this is the first time Matt has a legit chance, even though I picked him week 1 to win. I actually like his matchups this week. So I'm going Matt here. Again, another closer one. Matt by 6. Again, Mickey by 13 in the last one. Too long already. 15 and a half minutes. Oh boy. Like 45 seconds left. Stevens versus John. John, your gravy train is going to end in the trail, and you're going to hit a wall of freaking, not even fairy dust, but just dust. I don't even know what I wrote down here. Yeah, just, ends in a cloud of dust. Whatever. Is what you're going to have. You're going to lose by 22. I think it's going to be the biggest blowout of the week. Stevens gets a nice, easy win. John finally gets, 1 L in the loss column. Matchup of the week: Brian Foley, ankle deep, versus Rafi Terzian. It ain't gay if you get paid, kid. Picked against Foley in 2 weeks, and I'm going to prove myself wrong by picking for him this week so that maybe he'll lose. Because I don't know who I'm playing next week, but if I'm playing against Foley next week, I don't want him being 3-0. I want him to be 2-1. So, Foley, I got you winning by 9, but again, I kind of hope you lose just because I've already beat Rafi, so my head-to-head there is... I can't freaking remember what the tiebreakers are in this league. Every league is different. Brian, again, I think Pat Mahomes is, put up numbers again just because they lost last week and he didn't do a freaking thing in the fourth quarter. Pissed me off. I don't like your defense this week because they're going up against Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers will hopefully continue on his track, but again, who cares about the defense? As long as they get you 1 point, you should be okay. Yeah, that's it. Signing off, folks. Have a good day. 8:02 already. Damn! Getting my last piece of furniture dropped off today. And again, Survivor League, I got all 3 picks left in. I spread them around because I don't know what's going to happen this week. I think some upsets might happen. So I want Denver, Carolina, and or Arizona. Denver, Carolina, Arizona to win. Again, they're playing against the Jets, the Jaguars, and the Texans. So hopefully all 3 of those teams win, and I'll have all my 3 picks in. See you, folks.